Well, disappointing to hear that Gary Preble may not be out for race 2 with those engine dramas. Let's have a look at the grid for our next race, the Shell Oils Pre 83 Group 1 touring cars. It's an all Mark 1 Escort front row. Stephen Primet's the former multiple champion in number 67 alongside 18 of Mark Lucock. Second row, Simon Jeffs, number 4. He's in a Mark 1 Golf GTI. We'll start alongside number 81, the Mark 2 Escort of Mark Cholerton. Row 3 is David Howard, number 55, with his Jaguar XJ12, alongside 43 Malcolm Best. He's in a Ford Capri. Row 4, number 87, Tim Hayes in an Alpha Sud Sprint, alongside Bradley Bosday in his Mark II Escorts. Row 5, 47, Age Harvey, sharing with his father Tom Harvey in their Mark 1 Escort, alongside 86 Colin Claxton. He's in a Triumph Dolomite Sprint. And row 6, number 6, Anton Martin with his Escort, and 85 Jonathan Corker with his little Datsun. Now I think those last two cars only did one lap each in qualifying, so hopefully we'll see them back out here. Whether they had problems earlier on, we don't know. The cars will be on their way to the grid very shortly. Well, championship leader, we've mentioned Mike Luck, is not here. This is a chance for his rivals, mainly in Class C, to catch up. Second behind him in the points is Mark Lucock. Had a win in a brilliant race at Brands Hatch a few weeks ago, holding off Stephen Primet and Mike Luck. He's in the blue Escort there, Stephen Primet in the cream-coloured car. And Mark Lucock on 65 points, Mike Luck on 72, so Mark Lucock with a good chance to take the points lead here today. But joint second in the championship is Anton Martin. He's in the red Escort there at the back, the Mark III Escort. Anton Martin, the former Bangor racer from Norfolk. It looks like Jonathan Corker's not there. We haven't got the Datsun 510, so he's had problems in qualifying. Second row of the grid, Simon Jeffs had a couple of wins at Silverstone last year with his Mark 1 Golf. Starts alongside Mark Cholerton, the building contractor from Norfolk, in his Escort RS 2000. Points leader in Class A for the bigger cars, David Howard, is out there with his Jaguar, but as we've seen earlier, this circuit not best suited to Jaguars. Class B, the points there led by Malcolm Best in the Ford Capri. He's out there, the red and white liveried car, as off they go. Down towards the first corner. Good start by David Howard in the 55. 20-minute race once again. Down towards the first corner, then side by side the two Mark 1 Escorts. It is Mark Lucock who's got the inside line into Charlie's. He's got the lead ahead of Stephen Primet. All made it through there. Primet's chasing hard. Third place is Mark Cholerton. David Howard in fourth place in the Jaguar XJ12. Then we've got the number 4, the Golf of Simon Jeffs, Malcolm Best in his Capri, and then it's the Alfa Romeo driven by Tim Hayes. Mark 1 Escorts to the fore then as they head up into Park Corner. Mark Lucock, his confidence buoyed by that win at Brands Hatch earlier in the season, leads multiple winner and multiple champion Stephen Primet. Running wide there, Bradley Bosday in his Mark II Escort, loses out to Age Harvey. See the novice cross on the back of his car. He'll hand that car over to his father Tom for the second race later on. Colin Claxton in there as well in the Triumph Dolomite Sprints, giving a bit of variety, and among the Ford hordes. Anton Martin at the back, he leads the points in Class D coming into this round. Class is based on engine size. That's the two Mark 1 Escorts out front then in this Pre-83 Group 1 touring car race, sponsored by Shell Oils. And look at them sideways there through into the mountain. Lucock from Primet. Primet beaten to the title by Mike Luck last season in the BMW. Through Hall Bend, Mark Cholerton making it Fords 1, 2, 3, then the VW and the Jaguar. Through the hairpin they come. Mark 1 and 2 Escorts, of course, just as famous as rally cars as they are as circuit racers. Very sideways there out of Barn Corner onto the grass there. Mark Cholerton nearly lost it as Mark Lucock leads. Chased by Stephen Primet, won this title many times in that Mark 1 Escort. Unfortunately his chances ended with an accident at Silverstone last year. Car rebuilt for this season. The Golf getting a bit sideways there as well. Two Escorts through Charlie's, then it's Cholerton. The Golf in the Akai Hi-Fi colours, made famous by Richard Lloyd in the 80s. And the British Leyland colours sported by David Howard. It was the XJ Coupes that carried that livery in period. Malcolm Best in 6th place, been racing Capris for many, many years now. He leads Class B. Lucock leading Class C, majority of the cars in Class C. Howard leads Class A. And And Class D is being led by Tim Hayes, number 87 in the Alfa Romeo. There's a battle going into Park Corner. Bradley Bosday, Age Harvey, and behind them Colin Claxton. We'll see him out in his escort later on in the Blue Oval Saloons. Coming down towards the gooseneck. This is the battle for 8th place. Anton Martin behind them as well in the Mark III escort, the RS 1600i. Anton Martin has got a couple of escorts that he races these days. Got a few old school Fords. Used to smash up old school Fords in his days as a banger racer on the short ovals, Anton. 67 Tim Hayes there, chasing hard after Malcolm Best, the Capri against the Alfa Romeo. It's still Mark Lucock who has the overall lead, the blue Mark 1 escort. That's a Mark 1 RS 2000. Midfield pack goes through Hall Bends. There's the tail end of the field. It's Lucock who leads it from Primet. Primet's just done the fastest lap of the race as Claxton takes a bit of curb there out of the hairpin. Good to see an Alfa Romeo out there. The Alfa Sud Sprints driven by Tim Hayes. They're in 7th place. Bradley Bosday getting ahead of Age Harvey on that lap. The leaders well out in front here. Here they are, and Primet having a look as they go into the right-hander at Park Corner. Swing their way into Chris Curve, who's at the top of the circuit. Primet is all over the back of Mark Lucock. Been racing this car for many, many years now. Trying to pressure him into a mistake there, coming through the gooseneck, down the drop into Mansfield Bend. There is Bradley Bosday in the number 23. Failed to race at Brands Hatch, had to be pushed off the grid with a problem. The battle is on for 3rd as well. Richard Lloyd lookalike golf of Simon Jeffs is catching Mark Cholerton as well. So we've got 2 races up at the front here. Escorts over the mountain. Then it's Escort Mark II and Golf fighting for 3rd place. It's done 15 minutes to go. There's Cholerton, being reeled in by Simon Jeffs. Simon Jeffs, former Alfa Romeo racer, began his career in an Alfa Sud. There's David Howard, the big Jaguar, in 5th place. It'll be a bit tough on the Jaguar's brakes, I would think, this circuit, so he may well struggle as the race goes on. Over the line they go. That's the 3rd place battle between Cholerton and Jeffs. A flash of flame from Cholerton's exhaust there. Mark Lucock continues to hold the lead, just ahead, literally just ahead of Stephen Primet. Can he get into the slipstream here at Park Straight, into Park Corner? Primet's got the fastest lap of the race, 1:43.771. Lucock's best lap of 1:43.773, so their lap times are virtually identical. Through Park Corner, and still Lucock leads. The battle of the escorts out front. This is almost a repeat of the battle at Brands Hatch between these two, but they had a BMW on their tail then. Mike Luck, after a poor start, he fought back onto their tails. I'm sure Mike hoping he could join in with them as well. Down into Mansfield Bend they go. Indeed, Mike Luck has just commented on YouTube, wish I was involved as well. There's Tim Hayes in the Alfa Sud Sprint, chasing Malcolm Best, the Capri veteran. Bradley Bosday is closing them down as well. Good run in his Mark II escorts. Leaders into Hall Bends as the sun comes out again here at Cadwell Park. Weather cannot make up its mind today. We normally see another Capri out there racing with Malcolm Best, of course. Stuart Kay, the Classic Touring Car Racing Club's chairman, in his triplex Capri. That car has been rebuilt after a shunt at Silverstone at the start of the season. Malcolm Best leads this group. This is the fight for 6th place. Howard, Best and Hayes all leading their classes. David Howard in 5th place leads Class A, Best leads Class B, Hayes Class D. Bosday behind them. Then we've got Colin Claxton in the Triumph, and rounding out the field is the escort there of Anton Martin, the Mark III escort. It's a shame the Mark III escort is not as fondly remembered as its earlier siblings, really. Mark III Escorts were successful in British Saloon Car Championship in the 80s in the hands of Richard Longman, the Royal Mail Data Post sponsored car. Here comes Colin Claxton, and is that Age Harvey he's getting past? Yes, it is, number 47. So he's lost a few places on that lap, down to 10th place. He's a newcomer to racing this year, Age Harvey. Meantime, here are the leaders. You can see why I was confused for a second there, because Harvey's car is identical to that of Stephen Primet. I thought Primet was slowing up for a moment and had dropped down the order. But no, he's still there on the tail of Mark Lucock. Up into the mountain they go. Into Hall Bends. Half a second between the two of them last time through. Going through to complete lap number 5. 11.5 minutes of this race still to go. A long time for Mark Lucock to resist the pressure of the Bedfordshire driver Stephen Primet. Bradley Bosday all over the back of the Alfa Romeo now of Tim Hayes as the leaders come out of Barn Corner onto the pit straight. Over the line they go. What's the gap going to be this time? 0.49 of a second. Again, their lap time's virtually the same. Primet just cannot get the line away here. Here's the battle further back. It's 6 of them line astern almost now. They can't get past that Capri of Malcolm Best. Hayes behind him, then Bosday, then a small gap back to Colin Claxton, then Age Harvey, and taking some grass there was Colin Claxton, just clipping the inside of Hall Bend, number 1. Out of the switch back into the hairpin. Claxton's all over the place in the Triumph. Triumph Dolomite Sprints, raced in period by the likes of Jerry Marshall. A young Andy Rouse as well began his top-line career in one of them before he became a Ford man. Of course, it was in 4 different makes of car. He won his 4 British Touring Car titles, Andy Rouse. He was an Alfa Romeo man at one stage, the 83 title. It was an Alfa Romeo GTV that Andy Rouse was British Saloon Car Champion. But meanwhile, here are the Escorts. Still, Mark Lucock defends his lead. Main exponents in Escorts in British Saloon Car Championship was the Aussie Frank Gardner, driving for Alan Mann Racing. Indeed, Alan Mann's son Henry still races classic Fords these days in their familiar red and gold colours. Seen a couple of Alan Mann replicas in this series in the past. Well, these two well clear of their opposition. Last lap through they were 10 seconds clear of Mark Cholerton, who's still third ahead of Simon Jeffs in the Golf. And here's the battle further back. Bradley Bosday making a move on Tim Hayes, or trying to, at Mansfield Bend there. Did he get the inside line away? I'm not sure. Don't think he made it stick. We just saw them go past in the background there. A little bit of a lock up there at Charlie's from Stephen Primet. That's lost him a car's length or so. And yes, Bosday has got through past Tim Hayes. He made the move stick on the exit there up towards the mountain. Now he's having a go at Malcolm Best. He's saying, well, Tim Hayes, if you can't get past the Capri, I'm going to have a go instead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. 6th place down to 11th, all running together. David Howard's Jaguar is having a quiet race, still in 5th position, but meanwhile, I think Simon Jett. Oh, and there's a tangle there at Barn Corner. Colin Claxton, Anton Martin in the tyre wall. They've tangled there with Age Harvey. Now, can they all get going again? It all bottled up there, coming out of the hairpin. Right, so we'll wait and see what's happened. There'll be yellow flags there at the end of the lap, so no passing through there. The leaders are at the mountain. They'll be greeted by yellow flags, I'm sure. In fact, Lucock's pulled away a little bit there. We'll try and get a replay of that incident at Barn Corner in a moment if we can. See if we can see what happened there. Oh, Claxton, did he make contact with Age Harvey? I think so. It's hard to see behind the trees. And Anton Martin going into the tyre wall in avoidance. So whether Claxton spun and was then collected by Age Harvey, or whether Harvey clipped the back of the Triumph, I'm not sure. And probably that's Mark Cholerton. Cholerton's had a spin. That is coming into the mountain. There's damage to the front of his car there, so he's lost 3rd place. You can see the damage to the right front. He was battling with Simon Jeffs in the Golf for 3rd place. So it's all kicked off here at Cadwell Park. We've got the 2 escorts up front. And now the leader's gone. Oh my goodness, what is going on out there? Off goes Mark Lucock. That's exactly where Tom Robinson spun in the Jaguar race. There must be oil down. There must surely be oil on the track with all these sudden spins. We don't know who has dropped the oil, if there is any, but that's left Stephen Primet in a clear lead in the escorts. See what happened there. Mark Lucock, I think, just got a wheel onto the grass. Yeah, you can see the dust being thrown up. He's gone wide onto the grass and just round he goes and slides off on the inside of the exit of Charlie's and thump into the tyre wall. Disaster for Mark Lucock. So it's Stephen Primet now in the lead. Simon Jeffs will be in second in the Volkswagen Golf, and Mark Lucock, I think, is out of the race. And we damage to the back of the escort there. This battle's still going on. That's Bosday, Hayes and Best. In fact, Bradley Bosday's got ahead of Malcolm Best there. So we'll have to wait and establish the race order when they cross the line. Yellow flags out on the entry to Park Straight. There's Primet all on his own now in the lead. It'll be Simon Jeffs who will come through in second in the Golf. 6 minutes of the race still to go, so plenty could still happen here. Now, where did Mark Chollerton get going again in his escorts? I think he has. Yes, there he is. You just caught a glimpse of him there on the right of your screen. So Primet now out on his own. And where's Malcolm Best doing a bit of rally crossing there? There must be fluid down. You can see there's cars sliding everywhere. There's Mark Lucock we saw, wondering what's happened. Out of the car, his race is over. You saw Malcolm Best and Tim Hayes getting over the grass there at the gooseneck. I don't know whether it's because there's oil down, or is there a bit of rain coming down again? I can't see any rain on our camera lenses. So there must be fluid dropped somewhere. Bradley Bosday getting clear in this battle. So it's David Howard now third in the Jaguar. Mark Chollerton is fourth. There's David Howard. Did I see a bit of smoke from the Jaguar? Is it the Jaguar dropping fluid, I wonder? We've hardly seen David Howard all race long. There's David Howard, the Berkshire driver in the XJ12. Is he dropping fluid? Let's have a look. No, doesn't look like he is. I thought I saw a puff of smoke from it earlier on, but no, he appears to be okay. David Howard in the old British Leyland livery in his big cats. Drops down into the Mansfield bend there, sliding again on the exit, so there's definitely a bit of fluid on track. So either there's some fluid been dropped by one of the cars, or there's a bit of rain in the air again. It's Primet who leads from Jeffs. Third, it is David Howard. We've got 4 minutes to go. Mark Chollerton's going again after his spin. He's fourth. Bradley Bosday is now fifth. Then these two battling for sixth. We've got Tim Hayes, and who's now got the Alfa Romeo ahead of Malcolm Best. They're sixth and seventh. Anton Martin, I think, is going again in his escorts. And Age Harvey, we saw he's still going. Colin Claxton is out of the race, and so is the earlier leader Mark Lucock. There is the number 47 of Age Harvey. There's Bradley Bosday, he's going well in fifth. So what has all that mayhem done to the class leaders? Primet still leads Class C overall. Class A is led by David Howard. Class B is Malcolm Best, and it's now Tim Hayes that leads Class D because of that spin for Anton Martin. 3 minutes to go then, a fairly chaotic end to this race. Tim Hayes now up into sixth in his Alfa Romeo. Malcolm Best does seem to be having a few issues handling the Capri. Maybe he's dropping fluid onto his own rear tyres. We can't tell. There's the Capri. Chasing the Alfa Romeo. Hayes did his personal best lap that time through 1:51.407. The fastest lap of the race is Stephen Primet, 1:43.771. There's the 40. I think is that. Which escort was that? There's Simon Jeffs. Is that the leader in trouble, or was that H. Harvey? The car's identical, so it's tricky to tell. Was that H. Harvey being lapped, or is Stephen Primet in trouble? Whichever escort that is, it's got a puncture. Is that? No, that's H. Harvey. I think we need to see the number on that car because they look identical. Yeah, the novice cross on it. That's H. Harvey slowing down. I think he's got a puncture on the right front, so he'll be heading into retirement. Primet is still going. He's still leading. Confused me for a second there because those cars are identical from a distance. There's Jeffs in the Golf, still second. The leader is up somewhere on the top of the circuit, I think. There he is. Yeah, it's only the grills that are different. Primet's got the chrome headlights surround, and H. Harvey's got the black one. That's how you tell them apart. A scare for a moment there. We thought Stephen Primet was in trouble, but it's H. Harvey. We believe he's got a puncture. So Stephen Primet, with just over a minute to go. I think he'll get one more lap out of this. He's out for a bank holiday Monday drive in his Mark 1 Escort. He's heading for victory. He's 24 seconds up on Simon Jeffs in the Golf through Hall Bends. And David Howard third in the big Jaguar. There's Anton Martin. He's going again. A lap down in the Mark 3 Escort. I'd imagine H. Harvey is going to pull into the paddock with the Escort. There's Colin Claxton's car, still in the tyre wall at Barn Corner. Last lap board is out for Stephen Primet. The man from Bedfordshire is heading for victory. His lead was 24.7 seconds over the Golf of Simon Jeffs. His only couple of wins in the series came last year. Primet has won more races than I can remember and more titles as well in pre-83 touring cars. And he's heading for his latest here. Great shame we lost Mark Lucock spinning into the tyre wall entering Park Straight. H. Harvey has pulled up at Park Corner. We just caught him in the background there. So it looks like there's going to be just 8 finishers to this race. Hopefully everybody can make it back out for race 2 later on. Don't forget the grid will be set by the results of this race. There's Jeffs in the Akai Hi-Fi and Video VW Golf, the Richard Lloyd look-alike. I believe John Morris was the other man who raced the Mark 1 Golf GTIs. You see the roofline of H. Harvey's car there. He's pulled up with what I believe is a flat tyre. Here comes our dominant race leader into the mountain for the last time. Stephen Primet, after a relatively lean season so far, had a couple of class wins at the start of the year at Silverstone, but hasn't had the best of times since then. He's only 4th place in the points in Class C coming into this round, but he's going to make up for it here with a win. Coming round towards the checkered flag, round Barn Corner for the last time, up towards the checkered flag. Stephen Primet takes a dominant win in the pre-83 Shell Oils touring cars. 12 laps completed in 21 minutes, 0.238 of a second. Simon Jeffs will be coming in for second. There he is in the VW Golf. It was Jeffs who was the winner at Silverstone. In fact, my apologies. So that's Stephen Primet's first win of the season. Comes up on Anton Martin as he crosses the line. Simon Jeffs will come over in second. Quite a long way back in third. It's going to be David Howard with the big Jaguar. He's coming through Hall Bends now. 26 seconds the margin of victory for Stephen Primet. What a shame we lost Mark Lucock. There was a great battle going on between those two. David Howard, he will win Class A. Keep his points lead in Class A because his only rival Al Wayman not out this weekend. 4th place it should be Mark Cholerton, but we'll confirm the results once everybody is in. Won't be many finishers to that pre-83 Group 1 touring car race. There is Bradley Bosday still heading Tim Hayes. This is the battle for 5th place. It's Mark Cholerton coming in for 4th in his Escort. Bradley Bosday having a good run in his 2-litre Ford Escort Mark II. It's going to be a class win for Tim Hayes. He's going to win Class D. Malcolm Best in the Capri is going to take out Class B. Bradley Bosday is a Class C car. He'll come in 4th in that class, 5th overall Tim Hayes behind him wins Class D. Malcolm Best will be the last card across the line. He will win Class B with the Capri. And the only other finisher, Anton Martin with the Mark III Escorts, after that off at Barn Corner. He finishes in 8th place. Malcolm Best across the line to take 7th. And we lost Age Harvey, Mark Lucock and Colin Claxton. We can just see Colin's car in the tyre wall at Barn Corner. Hopefully they will all make it out for race 2. Into Parc Ferme comes the 67 of Stephen Primet. And 1 or 2 cars with a few repairs to make ahead of our second race, which is due off at 5:10. Well, there's Mr. Harvey waiting patiently for the recovery vehicle. You can see the different grille on that car, which is how you tell it apart from Stephen Primet's. And Colin Claxton's driving away, that's a good sign. The Triumph Dolomites. Hopefully he can get that car back out for race 2. Let's have a look at the provisional results of that one. The Pre-83 Group 1 Touring car, sponsored by Shell Oils. Stephen Primet the winner by 26 seconds ahead of Simon Jeffs. David Howard completing the podium in his Jaguar, he wins Class A. Mark Chollerton surviving a spin to take 4th in his Escort. 5th place for Bradley Bosday's similar Mark II Escort, and 6th for Tim Hayes in the Alfa Romeo, he wins Class D. Malcolm Best in 7th wins Class B with his Capri. Anton Martin the only other finisher in his Mark III Ford Escort RS 1600i. We lost Age Harvey, Mark Lucock and Colin Claxton to various incidents. Hopefully we'll see them back out for race number 2. Four races down then here on this Bank Holiday Monday at Cadwell Park. Next out on track will be the Edmondson Electrical Classic and Historic Thunder Saloons, combined with the Burton Power Products Blue Oval Saloons for everything Ford. We should see a grid of 20 cars for that race. And we'll bring that to you fairly shortly, but hopefully we can head down to Parc Ferme fairly shortly to hear from our leading drivers then, including Stephen Primet. And we can now hand down to Parc Ferme, where Stephen Primet is talking to Steve Jameson.
Oh, welcome down to Parc Ferme, proudly holding his trophy. Steve Primet is with his first win of the season. Stephen, that must feel pretty sweet for you.
Oh, it does, it does. We've struggled so much since I smashed the car to bits last year. Trying to get it working again, and she's working.
She certainly is. Look, it was a bit of a crazy race. It looked very, very close for a while between yourself and Mr. Lucock. In the end, you managed to hold it together and just get it over the line quite comfortably, ultimately.
Yeah, I mean, we had a real neck and neck start, and we went through the first corner side by side, but then he had the inside for the next two, so that put him in the lead, and then I was just chasing, stuck in his boot lid, but there's no room around here. And lap after lap he kept putting it on the grass on the outside of Charlie too, and I kept thinking, man, I've got to sneak past him when he does that, and then it bit him. You know, hopefully Mark's all right. I don't think he's gone in the wall, but you know, it did bite.
It certainly did. And for yourself, obviously Cadwell is a really unique track on the circuit. Everyone that I've spoken to at least today seems to really enjoy it. I'm guessing with a trophy in your hand you enjoy it as well.
Yeah, this is my favourite circuit, and this is my 60th win today, so to have my 60th win at my favourite track is pretty important.
Yeah, just talk to me a little bit before I let you go about how special that is. 60 is an awful lot, but it's a pretty special anniversary, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been a long time coming. I won here last July, so it's been over a year. I've been off the pace, like I say, trying to get that car to work, and she's working, so I'm happy at last.
She certainly is. And look, Steve, happy 60th.
Thank you very much.
Top man, mate.
Okay, so shortly we'll bring you the grid for our next race, which will be a rolling start for the classic and historic Thunder Saloons. We'll have the big Thunder Saloons out there, some very impressive cars indeed. Hoping the track stays dry because a lot of power will be on our next grid here today. We've got big Aussie supercars, BMWs and a lot more besides. And of course plenty of Fords as well. We can now head back down to Parc Ferme in just a second, where Steve Jameson has got some more drivers for us.
Well, welcome back down to Parc Ferme. Got another one of our winners, Class A winner David Howard. Dave, first of all, big congratulations. What was it like out there for you?
Lonely. I inherited well, I didn't inherit the class win, but I inherited the podium. There was a bit of carnage out there. I'm not sure what happened. With my car, if I can qualify on the front two rows, I can normally get the lead, but and then fight for it. But I haven't been doing that the last couple of races, so I've got to look into that. But it's a good race. I mean, I was on it till the end, and then I found what happened. I got in front of the Golf, that the detent from third to second got very weak, and unfortunately, if you go too far, it's reverse. So I ended up going to fourth a few times. So that Golf got back in front of me after that. And then I kept doing it, so I was going around using third, not risking second. So that slowed me down a bit. But yeah, it was a good race to try. I'm looking forward to later, see if I can make a better start.
Well, that was what I was about to say, because obviously due to the grid system, you'll be in those top two rows later on. How much are you looking forward to race two on that basis?
Yeah, I think if you ask most people, if there's one circuit left in the UK, it'd be Cadwell Park, to be honest with you. So yeah, we love the circuit. It's very tactile. And it's like up with Alton Park, I'd say, if not better. It's two of the best circuits in the UK. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Always look forward to coming to Cadwell Park.
Well, we look forward to watching you later on, mate. Best of luck.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Top man, mate. Thank you.
Great to hear from David Howard, always full of fun. Great knowledge of his beloved Jaguar XJ12 there.